Okay.
Thank you, Tim.
All right, folks, we're getting ready to start here in just a minute. Jim Gavel is trying to take Bobby Hilton's number 11 spot on the list. And like I said, Jim is hitting a few balls around. So we'll start the match in just a minute.
Yeah, we got two players here that have been playing a long time. You're not going to rattle them. Going to be a good match.
Yep. I'm Andy Gow, and with me in the booth today is Will Alley, and we're gonna have fun commentating on these guys. They're both accomplished players, and I think you're in for a good treat here. So again, they're gonna be seeing who's doing the first rack here.
Yeah, Bobby's coming off a couple losses, just dropped off the top 10. Jim Gravel's trying to fight to get to the top 10, I believe, for the first time. So definitely looking forward to playing the matches, moving up a little bit, and see where it goes.
Looks like Bobby won the lag, and they're going to be using the magic rack. This one they call it the turtle rack, but it's used for 9-ball or 10-ball, and it assures a good solid rack, and it lets them hopefully either make the wing ball on the side that they're breaking from, or the one ball in the side pocket, or both.
And it's kind of hard to see the rack from here, but this is really key. If you're really trying to run out, or you don't have confidence the other player is going to run out, see how they pattern rack the racks, because you can pretty much predict where the balls are going to stop on the table. One ball is going to either go in the side or down in the bottom. It looks like the way from where Bobby's racking it might go into the bottom right corner. Let's see.
All right, so he made the wing ball.
Yeah.
He didn't make the one ball, but he's got a shot on the one ball.
Got a little difficulty with a 9-2, it looks like, so he's going to have to...
Right, he's going to have to break that up as soon as he can. And he's going to try and do that right now. He's going to try to make the one, come off the rail.
No, he tried to tuck in behind it for a safety, so...
Yeah.
Jim has a couple options here, a safety or a bank.
I think Jim's going to go for a safety here. I wouldn't try and do much with that, the way the two ball is situated.
And I love that shot right there, to come off that rail. I like to thin it a little bit better on the one ball, but really try to tuck it in behind the 9-2. That shot comes up so often in league play or normal play. It's really a good shot to learn. I think he needed to thin that a little bit. He tried to send it up table, I think, off of 2 rails, but you can thin it and do the same thing.
It's worked out a good safety right there. Now you can use jump sticks. I don't know if Jim... I haven't seen Jim use a jump stick, but...
Jim will jump. I think Bobby is the one that typically kicks more often than
he
jumps.
Doesn't like to jump. I know that. Kind of messing around, or can he see a piece? Oh, he could see a piece of it, too. He's all right.
Again, it looks like these guys are in a safety battle, and this is really 9-ball in a nutshell. Both these players know how to run out real well, so... Once they get position, that could be problematic.
There's your problem right there. That's why they're going to be playing safety. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Having trouble getting rid of my my marks down here, my circle.
And I can't help you this time, Andy. I'm kind of a rookie in here, so. So here you've got a little bit of a problem because now you've given control of the table up here. You got a shot on the one ball. Now you can play defensive on the two ball and keep control. Really, this is where I like the back kick on the two is going off the bottom rail and kick the two up table and leave the cue behind the nine is really where the safety play is, in my opinion, here. There's other ways to play it.
Why can't I get rid of that?
And this is not a bad option too, because now he's left them tough on the one ball, but the two is now open. So now it's really, I think at this point, pretty close to who gets control of the table. 3-8, I think it is, up on the top corner. It looks doable because it's a combo, but
yeah, the 8 looks like it's wired for the.
Play a good safety behind that right now if you're Jim.
Wasn't able to quite hold it, but
Yeah, leaked it out a little bit, so see what Bobby can do with it.
yeah. That's weird. I might have to get Timmy in here and show how to get this this red circle off here. It doesn't seem to be. Oh wow!
Wow,
what a
that's
shot.
a beautiful
What a
cut by
shot.
Bobby. Beautiful cut.
This red circle off here. It doesn't seem to be. Oh wow!
Wow,
what a
that's
shot.
a beautiful
What a
cut. That was
shot.
Bobby.
That was
Beautiful
a
rail
beautiful
kick. That was
shot.
a good, very good shot. He's left himself tough here. See how he goes. Yeah, that's tough. Gets away with the
He might
safe
get
behind
away
the
with
8, or it's going to leak
Uh,
up. Yeah, it leaked up for at least he can do something with it. So.
Yeah, he can probably. Well, he's got a bank option, or he can play safe.
And the way this match is going, I try to probably play this to the middle of the bottom rail and cue ball up table is probably the better option here. If it leaks behind the 8, you're still in good
Right
shape.
there, just like that.
Anybody that knows me, I'm probably commentating better than I'm playing. So.
We all do that.
So there's one of the key shots in the match right there. Now the table's open. He's got a clean shot on the 3 ball. So it's just a matter of executing from this point on. So I think Jim's in good shape for the rest of this rack. See how he executes.
Now I'm afraid to put any diagrams on this table because of it doesn't seem to be able to release it.
So in this table, this is a hard shot right here. This tends to get overcut a lot. See how it goes. Nice shot, very nice shot. That was a tough shot. And he's still tough on the 6. He's got some problems. He can cut it there. It looks like the billiard's natural, but that's not a common shot for people to see. But I guess he's going to cut this over into the side. Is going to be my guess. He's going to lose a little bit of control on the cue ball.
He's looking to see if he can get by to the corner. That'd probably be a decent way of doing it.
There's so much green there, it's hard to leak the cue ball up as a safety on the 7. That's another option sometimes, but there's so much green you may not hit a rail.
It was
That's a very tough shot,
Yeah.
tough back cut. But he got away with it, he left it tough. So here's one of these kind of funky things. It's not really a good bank. It can go if you hit it just right, but it's not. It's really too close to the diamond, inside of the diamond.
He's going to try and spin it in.
Yeah,
he
that's.
played safe, but didn't work out that well. There wasn't too much you could do with that. At least I think he tried to spin it in.
Yeah, it looked like it. You're right. It's just tough. And this one's where you got to really bear down. I mean, it's not really that easy of a shot. You're on the rail, and the way I look at it is the 7 balls in the center of the table. So just make the ball.
Right.
There you go. Now you got it up in the corner.
Now you got an open.
Again, bear down, and you probably have natural position on the 8, and then you got to really work on getting down to the 9.
You got to leave yourself an angle on the 8 so you can get the cue ball down table for the 9. First things first, got to make the 7.
And again, on these tight pockets, all those shots they may look easy on the stream, but this is a tight table. Those are not easy shots for anybody.
So what's Bobby got here? Maybe probably a bank shot.
And again, here's again another one of those situations. You can play the safety behind the 8 on it. It's a tough safety, but the shot comes up all the time. You can cut that up table, leave it on that rail in the middle. Still a hard shot if you don't get behind the 8, but the safety is there. But he fires it right in as a bank. Good shot. He's got 2 rail position off of this. He's going to put a little draw on this and get down for the 8 ball. 2 rails. Oh, I don't like that. Ooh, scary.
He kind of rushed that shot.
He rushed it, and he went the 1 rail solution too, which is what I don't like. Is it is lined up for a scratch in the corner pocket. So
Now Jim's got a problem. He's pretty much straight in. He's got to really put a stroke on this to get the cue ball back down table. Let's see how he handles it. Oh, he had more of an angle than I thought.
That's a beautiful shot.
Perfect. Couldn't ask for better than that.
Yep.
You gotta close that, or we'll get music in. Okay,
So Jim's out to an early lead. That was a battle the first rack, and then kind of expect that the rest of the way through. These are two competitors that you may not see much emotion on either one of them. Unlike me, I might be a little bit of a volcano, but these 2 guys, they're pretty reserved in their actions. They'll definitely show it on their face when they're losing, but they're hard on themselves, and they're competitors and good players.
can't believe it. Can't get rid of that red circle. My apologies, folks. We'll get Timmy in here as soon as we can, and he knows how to work all this stuff better than I do.
Not a bad break. He's got a shot on the 1 ball. Looks like a real open table, so played the safety. Ooh, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe he was trying to get position there. Kind of tough. Wow.
He's doing a
3-rail
Looks like
kick.
he might have it. Oh, he got
And
it.
he got it. That's a great shot by Jim.
Beautiful.
Hard to see from inside the booth sometimes in here who's shooting, so if we make a mistake on that, I apologize. I got to kind of see the shirts a little bit and see that. So
it's all because of the lighting over the table. If we increase the the viewing here, it will make a bright spot on the middle of the table, and we don't want that. So as long as we have the table illuminated and a little bit on the outside. That's good because you don't care what the players are looking like on the outside. You want to see what's going on the table, and so that's how we're doing this.
So again, Jim is looking pretty good on this rack. It's just a matter of whether or not he executes. He's, got to get position on the 5. It's a little bit tough on the position here, so we'll see how he handles it. I'm not sure if it must go by the 9 ball and the 6 ball into the corner, so he looks in good shape. Just pocket this ball, get natural position on the 6 and 7. He very easily could be out of this rack.
And Monty says our volume is a little low. We'll try to speak up. I think we're at max volume on here. So, is anybody else having trouble hearing us? This looks like all he needs to do here is either a stop shot, or he needs to maintain a little bit of an angle on the 8. There's the stop shot. And we can make this 8 in the corner and draw back just a little bit, and have an easy, pretty easy shot on the 9 ball. As long as okay, he's off the rail, so that's a good thing.
50-yard line here. It's not really where you want it, shooting like that. But players talking about it and getting the rack out of the way. It's good. So here it's kind of interesting because you do have possible scratches. Most players can avoid it with inside English or putting outside English to come to the centers of the rails. It all depends on how you want to play it.
Okay, Jim goes up 2-0.
So it's a long match. 2-0 is nothing. Just want Bobby probably at this point just needs to get himself on the board, settle down a little bit, and get himself back into the match.
Yep. So plenty of pool left. Everybody get out there and share the stream. Donate to us. Don't forget we're on YouTube as well. If you're on YouTube, share that stream.
Yeah, one of the things, Bobby really supported pool during this pandemic, and he's doing a lot for pool. He's got this stream going. He supported pool, and this Shark Stream is a chance for us to give back too. So, definitely support the Shark Stream, support Yale Billiards, and he's really doing a lot of good for the community and for pool. I mean, he defended us during the COVID and, gave us a place to shoot pool when a lot of places were shut down. So.
Well, unfortunately, Jim scratched on the break, leaving a pretty open table there. He's got to get on the 2 ball, and if he can get on the 2 ball, okay, like he just did, this is a run out rack here. I think you're going to see Bobby run this rack. I hope he didn't block himself there.
Yeah, it looks like he hooked himself.
He might have.
He's kind of kicking himself, and that's kind of what you'll see. You'll see a little bit of reaction like that, but he's pretty much going to hold his cool here.
No, he's got it. He's good.
Good. He must got around it, and now he's in really good shape for the rest of this rack. He's got good position on the 5. He's got to pocket the ball.
He's got to focus, take his time, and don't listen to the commentator's curse. Okay, he's still good. You can just draw this back just a little bit to the left, like that. All right. It's kind of straight on the 7. He may end up shooting the 8 ball straight down the pocket, down the line, unless he draws it back. Oh. Did he get it? Did he
I
get it?
think he's got enough
think
there.
he's
It's
got
close.
Very nice, very nice. Hey, and I called it once. He did run out. All right, Bobby Hilton's on the table. He's on the board.
It's now a battle. So now I think you guys are in for a treat. You know, both players have gotten on the scoreboard, and Bobby's got the break, and the break makes a big difference in 9 ball. Even if you don't pocket a ball on the break, you're really forcing the other person to run out. So break is a big part of this game. Again, I'm always interested in if people are pattern racking, because one of the things I've learned through a lot of these virtual events that are going on is you can really set yourself up for success or set the other player up for trouble depending on how you rack.
Yeah.
I
think they're breaking a little hard for pattern racking on this. In my opinion, usually the pattern racking goes along with the soft break.
I agree.
And
because you're trying to stop the balls where you want to.
Right.
That's exactly. They look like they're just trying to open it up and run out.
So Jim can hit the 1, but not too much you can do with it unless he can throw the 3 in or toward the 9. He's looking at it now. Let's see what he comes up with here. He tried to get the 9 there. So he ended up okay. But I think Bobby's got a fairly easy save here if he just slow rolls it down like that.
Yeah, he played it the other way.
Yeah,
He
took a little hit off that 3 ball.
Yeah.
And
nothing easy here, though. I mean, it's still.
no, it's still got a 9-foot shot.
It's not a good safe, but it's definitely not a gimme either.
Right. But as long as he ends up on the right-hand side of the table, he'll have that 2-3 combination to shoot. Well, he didn't make that one. Let's see where Bobby ends up. Looks like the side pocket's open for this shot.
Interesting rack, because the balls are all on half the table, so it's really about position play at this point and how well you can control the cue ball. He's got a little combo here, and what you don't want to see here is you don't want to see that 2 ball leak left to the bottom rail and leave yourself a tough cut. There you go. That's good. Now he's got a decent shot on this too. That's exactly what you want.
I think he's gonna. I don't know. I think I'd try to bring the cue ball up where he is, where he just pointed.
Yep, I think you got
So
2
he's got
options
a
there. That's
4.
a tight window to get up to, or you could draw back and play it up table. There you go. That was the better option. The better landing area there is kind of how I would look at that.
Easier to control, following the natural movement of the cue ball, as opposed to trying to draw it or.
So here's really where you can let your stroke out a little bit. I think he's getting himself in a little bit of trouble on the 6 ball, but really when the rack is open like that, you can open up your stroke. He still played that a little tentative, and now he's on the 50-yard line here. So you can cut that down in the corner, and you'll probably still get position on the 7. It's just not optimal because you're really trying to fight the cue ball here a little bit.
He may play safety here too. Yeah, there he goes. There's the safety.
Yep, there you go. That's my aggressive nature there. I think I can make everything. So I have an APA safety of like 1 and 1.1 because I never play them.
I think Jim might try to. He's going to play a safety back. I think. I don't think he's going to try and make this shot. might try and put the cue ball up behind the 7-8. Or it's a two-way shot. He could, if he makes the 6, he'll end up in that 7-8 mix up like that.
Beautiful shot.
Now he's got a shot on the.
Jim's a shooter too. You know, he's another one of those guys. You can't underestimate him. You can't fall asleep because he can definitely make all the shots. And you know,
absolutely.
Here with a little low left English, you can come out and probably get a position on that 8 in the side, or almost center ball. Okay. Yeah, with the low left English, he came up for it and down the corner. Now he's out pretty easy.
Yeah. You just slow roll that in a little left-hand English.
Good thing he's a lefty. If you're a righty, you have a hard time reaching that shot right there. You're going to get a bridge out. So.
Okay. And Jim takes a 3-2 lead. While I'm racking, I'm going to try to get Timmy to help me with that that little red circle that I put on the screen.
So let us know in the chat. Can you guys hear us better? I mean, I'm trying to speak a little bit closer to the mic. Can you hear that, or how's it sounding to you guys out there?
I got you covered. Oh, we got it fixed? You fixed it?
No, it's a different view.
Oh, different view? Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
It's
All right, 3-1 in favor of Jim Gravel.
There you go.
All right, so we'll click that.
I tried hitting escape.
That's all right. Whenever that happens, you just right-click and just hit the clear whiteboard button right there, and that'll fix that.
Okay.
It'll be a right-click and clear whiteboard. Thank you,
Do
Mr.
you
Gal.
have to do that every time?
No, hit the escape button.
Okay,
Hit the
because I
escape
tried
button.
doing that and it didn't work.
Sometimes when it gets a little, sometimes it gets screwy.
Okay.
But escape is supposed to work.
Okay.
If it doesn't, right-click and clear whiteboard will do.
Alrighty, thanks.
Hi guys, how
Thanks,
you doing on
Timmy.
the stream? So nice to have you guys. Make sure, share, donate.
Share, donate.
I hope you guys are enjoying this matchup.
Nick Marino says I'm too mellow. Well, that's because I'm not playing the match, Nick. You know, this is the side of me you guys don't hear. This is my normal.
Okay, so what do we got here? He's on the 5-ball now. So
Bobby's looking good on this rack here. Again, everything is wide open. You know, it's just looking.
every ball has a pocket.
Oh, get lucky,
Oh,
get
is he
lucky
gonna
all the
get
way
lucky?
down.
He did.
He did.
Wow.
So,
I don't think he played that shot.
No, but a lot of times, you know, what's funny about that is that happens to both players during a match. So,
Yep.
really, when you have two players that are shooting about the same, it's really about who's making the better decisions. You know, the luck is going to probably even out throughout the match.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
you know, if you make good decisions during the match, you'll probably win. Taking it from another announcer, you don't want to be in a hurry to lose a match. You know, and if you're making poor decisions, you're going to lose a match really quick. So, Bobby stays in the game here at 3-2. Definitely no one's running away with it, and I don't expect that the whole match. I think this is going to be kind of a battle for both these players. I think they play very similar in speeds, and they have kind of a similar style too, which myself I always struggle with when I play someone the same style of play.
Bobby's breaking from what they call the kitchen, which is an area close to the center spot on the bottom end of the table.
So maybe
Most
like
people
3?
break from the left or right side closer to the rail, but Bobby made a great break here. He made 3 balls on the break. You can't, and the 3 ball is shouldn't be a problem. He'll come across the table, and well, I hit that a little hard, so he might have to go for the combination. If he plays this nice and easy, he'll the 3 ball will come off the end of the 6, and the cue ball will come over just a little bit. He'll have a shot for the 3. Oh, he miscalculated that shot.
So one thing I like to do in a lot of combo shots is always use draw on the cue ball, so it keeps it away from the 2 balls you're hitting after the shot. His leaked forward there, and that typically will get you in trouble a lot of times. So something minor to think about when you're playing. There's a good billiard shot by Jim.
Yep.
And he used draw on that shot, kept them away, and gave him a good shot on the 3. He hit it hard enough so it didn't leak to a rail or something like that.
Okay.
So the only thing he's got to worry about here is that 7 ball looks like it's on the corner of the
It's got a little space, I think, between the ball and the rail. It's just a matter of how he decides to move the cue ball.
That's what would scare me right there. So now,
that limits his choices.
right, he's just on the wrong side of the table here, and you can get away with it. It's definitely a makeable shot. You know, put a little low left on this. But again, speed is careful because you put low left on it, your tangent line takes you right down to the bottom corner pocket.
Mm-hmm.
If you put outside English on it, you're in jeopardy of going into the side pocket. So there's some things you got to worry about here with a shot like
So
this.
if he comes off like this, let's see. And he came straight down. So
Yeah, it looked like he had a little inside English on it, so he did okay.
yeah, he got a lucky hit there, and Bobby gave him this. Oops, I don't want to change anything there. So Jim goes up 4-2 in this match.
Just going to make sure everybody shares the stream. Looks like we got 25 people online right now watching it. Just see if we can get those numbers up a little bit. You got the Yale Billiards owner from Human Hustlers, playing. We should be able to get some numbers up here a little bit.
Yeah.
Jim Gravel's a solid player, definitely a good player in Connecticut. It's B+ player. Definitely has been playing this game a long time.
Are you getting a lot of comments on yours? Because I'm not getting comments on mine.
I don't have
I
don't have too many. I have a
I've been
few.
having trouble with this, with my Facebook on Yale's network here. So, if you can hear us okay, let us know. If the video is good, let us know. Everybody share, donate if you can. We got big things coming for this shark stream. So any donations that we can get to help us along the way are greatly appreciated.
Okay, we got a nice break here.
My safe, he's going to play a safety, I think, and he's going to thin his line a little bit. Try and come out around here somewhere, in this area, like that. And I went a little further, but that's.
He did okay. He got behind the 6.
He got behind the 6, so it was a successful kick.
And here's the thing here, you got a kick shot on the 1, but you're really not going to be happy if you leave it open at this point. So
Right.
you're really looking for a kick safe. Maybe go off the bottom rail to the side pocket. You know, it's just. And I think he left him either position to make this combo or play safe on this ball as well. I'd probably.
Yeah, I think he's going to go for a safe.
Yeah, I would probably play safe. Try to hit that one ball up table and leave
Right.
the
Only
cue
be-
ball behind the 9.
Only because if he hits the other side of the one to make the 4,
That's
the
a
cue
good
ball
safe
would
right
be
there.
going down table and he wouldn't have a shot. So that's a very good choice right there. All right, Jimmy's giving him ball in hand. He's giving Jim ball in hand. You knock that 9 out of the way to eliminate a possible ball in hand 1-9 combo.
And so, you know, we do have the 3 foul rule in effect here. These are 2 players that are accomplished. They probably kick pretty well. It's hard to get on a player on 3 fouls. So, you know, and Bobby made a smart play there, took the combination out of play and made it more of an open table too. So,
Okay, our problem is going to be getting on the 3. There's no pockets available for the 3. If he's able to draw it over and back out here to break up that combination, he may end up with a shot. No, he didn't try. I think he's trying to put himself in a position for a safety here. But I don't know if he can see the 3. We'll see a piece of it. Yeah. Okay.
good
So he did it
good
right.
safety
Good
there
safety.
again. So, you know, here it's again about kicking, and you can go the 1 rail kick. That's probably the easiest way to go about it. Yep. And again, this is where, yeah, you got the kick, but there are probably some other options there to kick safe as well, and that really can be the difference, you know. And what I was talking about earlier about, you know, thinking your way through a match. I'm guilty of it consistently, but he could maybe have gotten behind the 5-7 on that kick as well with different English.
Right. I mean, these guys aren't pros, but if you watch the pros play safety play, you'll notice that they'll kick to another safety. They won't just want to hit the ball just for the sake of hitting it. They want to hit the ball and put the other player, their opponent, in a bad situation. That was a difficult shot to get on the 4, being at the opposite end of the table and all the traffic coming down table. So,
And having to use a bridge, so you know it ends up working out. This rack is far from over. You know, Bobby's still in the match, and you know, definitely needs this match to stay competitive, because what happens is you start getting later and later. You might be down 1 or 2, but you have to make that up eventually. So at this point, Jim took a 2-0 lead and got out in front, and that gap has not been made up at this point.
so he elects to play a safety, and that's a decent safety. I think you're going to see Bobby do the same thing.
Probably just in reverse though. Go down to the bottom rail and play the
Put
cue
the 4
ball up.
back down on the bottom rail and the cue ball up table.
That I think works out okay. The 8
Yeah.
ball is in his way, so I think that's a good save.
Yeah. I don't think he can see the whole ball. He may be able to see a piece of it, but that piece that he can see might lead to a scratch, so he's got to be careful. And about that top corner pocket. That's why he's thinking about how he's gonna hit this. He's gonna jack up a little bit, I think. Yeah, there he goes. He's jacking up. he's able to put some draw on the cue ball, it'll pull the cue ball away from that corner pocket.
So yeah, he touched the 5 ball here a little bit. Maybe that's a rule I wouldn't mind seeing change on the list, because we are good players and have all ball fouls. But you know,
But that would have to apply to the lower end players as well.
Exactly.
And I think that, that
It's a
might
tough
be too
rule.
much.
It's a tough rule, and you know, it doesn't really affect anything. You put the ball back, he still has a hard shot.
Yeah.
So, but it's in some of the tournaments that I play in now, especially up in the Rhode Island area.
Yeah, and they play all ball fouls.
Mhm.
Yeah. Here he's, I don't know if Bobby's going to draw this back for a possible shot in either the side pocket or the corner. That's what he's looking at now, is where he has to be to, if he was going to play it in the side.
This is a stroke shot. You got to put
Oh,
a good
yes.
stroke on this either way, whether you're going forward or going back. It's got to
Yeah.
be a solid stroke. And these pockets are very unforgiving. So if you don't get center of the pocket, you're just going to spit it right back
it's
out.
like a 5-foot shot one way and 7 feet the other way. So you need a good stroke. He elected to go down table and
He got
back
just
up.
enough. That's
He got
fine.
enough to cut that 7 ball down in the corner.
Yep, he'll get natural position on the 8. He's not
Yeah.
in jeopardy of scratching unless he puts draw on it. So he'll
Just
get
gotta-
position.
He's just got to focus on making the shot, which he does. And he's perfect.
Yeah, he put a little bit of outside English on that, and that came in for
Yeah.
nice position on the 8. So
He's got a very slight angle to come off the 8, and he just slow rolls this in. It'll be perfect on the 9. There it is. Okay, and Bobby closes the gap with another point.
fires that 9 ball into, and you know, for your lower level skill level players, you know, slow rolling those 9 balls, that's when you really
Yeah, you could
mess
end
with
up
your
in trouble.
mechanics. Yeah, you mess up with your mechanics when you try to slow roll that stuff
Yeah.
in. You know, I'll hear people sometimes say, "Why did you fire that ball in?" It's because my mechanics are more sound when I fire it in than when I try
That's
to.
why you'll see pro players do that. They'll fire a ball in, and the cue ball will go around, 2-3 rails on a shot that you might think, why didn't they slow roll that? Well, it's because you're like Will says, your mechanics will end up throwing that shot off, and you'll miss it.
You know, if you really want to slow roll a ball in league and it's in the middle of a rack or something like that, bring your bridge hand a little bit closer to the cue ball, and then you can slow roll it a little bit easier that way. You'll have less error on your mechanics. So it's a little trick that you can use under pressure. You know, just bring that bridge hand a little bit closer and shorten up your stroke a little bit, and you know that'll help alleviate any mechanical problems you have.
Right.
So you got a little funky here. You got the 1-9 combo down there. It's really difficult.
It's a tough one.
Not a good shot. So what I see a lot of times here is they try to make these shots and then you leave the combo for the next player. So
Yes. I think he's going to cut this in the side.
it's a two-way though. If he cuts it in the side, you still almost have the billiard on the 9. That tangent line comes kind of close towards that. So
Yeah.
definitely worth the call anyway. You know, even if you're taking the 1 ball in the side pocket, call the 9 anyway, because it's a possibility here. And missed the shot, overcut it.
Okay. He's got a fairly easy. This is not a very hard cut, but he's got to be careful of the 3 ball. Down there, he's got to get by that in order to get a decent shot on the 2 ball. Oh, he likes to play it safe. Well, okay.
And that's a good safety
That's
right
good.
there. He's behind in the match. You know, you still don't have control. This will give him control of the table with really, he can place that cue ball in the center of that circle there between the 6, 5, 4, 8, 3, 2, 1. Place it right in the center and just work right around all those balls.
Yep.
So, really good position here if he gets ball in hand after this shot. Yep.
Okay, so he shot the 9 in, which it gets the 9 just gets spotted. Okay, and Bobby gets ball in hand, but it took any combinations of making the 1-9 or any ball in a combination on the 9.
So he looks like he's going to try to get him on 3 fouls here. I think this is really risky play, but
Yeah, because of the caliber of players here,
he didn't hit a rail.
He didn't hit a rail,
so
he lost out on that.
Exactly, and that's why that's, you know, when I was talking earlier about, you know, decisions that you make during the match. The safety wasn't easy there, and the run out was there because it was an open table.
Yeah.
So you choose the harder position.
And even if he did get ball in hand on that safety number 3
is still hard.
is really, really hard to pull off. So if you're going to play a safe, if you're going to play for the 3 foul rule, make sure you put that object ball in a position where you can play another safety relatively easy.
And my decision usually on that is when it's a hard run out rack and there's clusters, because I can use those clusters to hide
Use the
behind.
cluster, exactly. Or you can break out a cluster. That may be a problem later on,
Correct.
and use it to your advantage if you if you're going to get ball in hand. So there's a lot of thinking that goes behind safety plays and breaking up problem areas, dealing with all of that. I played that a little funny. I don't know if he was not sure what he was thinking of there. But I think he's going to play a safety and bring the cue ball down behind the 8.
He's going to bank it.
He's going to bank it?
Yeah.
I thought he had a bad angle.
It went a little long. You had to hit it hard to get it by that 5 and shorten up the angle. The angle is going wide, so.
That's one thing. If you hit a ball hard, it's going to shorten the angle that it comes off the table. If you hit it soft, it's going to increase the angle that it comes off. So when you're figuring out on a bank shot, you got to factor in all those things. The English that you apply, the speed that you hit the ball. A lot of things go into bank shots.
Yep. Inside English keeps it close. Outside English spreads it out.
Right.
So, speed and the type of English are everything that affects bank shots. If it goes to a second rail, it changes the English. So, there's a lot to think about in that. Ooh, and that's this table.
That got a little sloppy, so he's paying a price on that on this table. On another table, that might have gone in.
Yeah, you missed that by about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. And on a lot of tables, the bucket will suck it right in. But here you're going to get penalized for it. And
Okay, so Jim's in good shape with this. He can make the 6 and have pretty natural position on the 7 in order to bring it down table for the 8. That's what he's going to try and do. Is give himself a little angle. He's got a little angle there. He should be okay. He can.
you got 2 ways to do this. You can draw hard.
Draw it straight up, or come off this way. So let's see which one he chooses to do.
There you go.
He went there. That's exactly. A little hard.
Yeah,
A little hard.
A lot hard.
But he's still in good shape. He's
Not
still
bad.
in good shape. Plays the 8 in the corner. Follows up with the cue ball, and plays a 9 in this
this is
top
another
left
one where
corner.
this table is just not going to accept it if it hits, you know, inside that diamond from this angle. You really got to hit it into the pocket, you know, from this angle.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
you hit a rail on the way to this pocket here, you're going to miss the shot and leave probably an easy out. So take your time, bear down, make the shot. You should have natural position.
Oh, I thought that was going to bounce.
It was almost exactly what I said.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was a-
I thought you were going to say you explained it perfectly, but he did. He was able
it
to
dropped.
lay down.
It said hello on the way down, but
He wiped his feet on the way
Yeah.
down. Okay. So Jim takes another one.
still maintaining that two rack lead. I mean, Bobby cuts it to one once in a while, but he's got to win a few in a row in order to break
Yeah,
that.
he's got to put some sets together here.
You know, and that's again, he's definitely not out of this match, but the time
Far from it.
the time is with every rack that passes, it becomes more and more difficult.
Yeah.
You don't want to get to 8-6 and have to come up with 4 racks.
Let's see if I can fix this. It's supposed to be a 9 here. Just in case
racks.
people are interested. Yeah. There's the race there. So whoever wins this rack, if Jim wins it, he'll take Bobby's number 11 spot, and Bobby will move down to number 12. If Bobby wins it, he'll maintain his 11 spot, and Jim will maintain his 12 spot. So we'll see what happens.
And, you know, it's the tale of two stories for both players. Jim will be excited because he's one away from, you know, being on the top 10 of that list, and that's a big accomplishment. And Bobby will be aggravated because he's dropped 2 below the top 10. So it's really the tale of two stories when it comes to something like that. And both will be fighting either way. If no matter how this match ends, both will be fighting to get back to the top 10 or get on the top 10. And when I look down this list now, there's a lot of players that are even below 20 at this point that are very solid players that are working their way up. So the quality of the list is constantly improving. So to maintain anything in the top 20, you're doing really well on this list because there's some quality players in this state that are trying to get there. I mean, the stream is, you know, got a number of people on it. There's people watching it. It's got viewers. It's definitely got some prestige to being on this list.
And the people on the lower end of the list, all you're doing is improving your game every time you get into a list match. You learn something, and by watching the other players, by watching these streams, you know, you learn, and that's the object.
So here, a couple shots on the 1 ball, and you know, Bobby, even though he missed the 1 ball there, he would not have had a shot on the 2. So a little careless. I think this 1 ball slides by into the side pocket there, but it's still difficult to get on that 2 ball. So definitely the rack is.
And he put himself into the traffic instead of coming out of it.
So here's where probably more safety play at this point here. You can hit the 2 ball down table and come back up into this cluster, or definitely probably not trying to pocket this ball. Too difficult.
He kicked from behind. I don't know if he was trying to do that or.
It
just
worked out
missed the
really
shot,
well.
but-
You know, whether he was trying to or not, it was not bad.
Yeah.
But I think he left Bobby a lot of options here. There's a lot of safeties from this position.
I don't know if you can do the carom here on the 9.
Yeah, I don't
think
like it
he-
because they look too parallel to one
Yeah,
another.
yeah,
So
if the 9 was a little further up table, he probably would have had a good shot of doing it. He tried to.
See, again, I
He took
don't.
his chances.
I don't like that
I
here
don't either.
because it's just that goes back to where I was saying the decisions that you make. If you play a safety there, then you almost can play the 2 ball to the other side of the 9 and get your 2-9 combination.
Right.
But by just banging the balls around, now you got an open rack, and Jim's
Yeah, it's
capable of running it out.
Personal choice too.
Absolutely.
You
Again,
think you?
I play aggressive all the time, so when I commentate like this, it's definitely. I'm not saying that I would do the same thing because I definitely play very aggressive. Sometimes I know what I should do and I don't do it.
Yeah.
So he's got a little bit of a tough angle on this one, but he
well,
should
he
be able to
could,
lead down for the 5 pretty easily if he makes the ball.
Could come down here and use a little inside English so that it comes out and back up. Speed is a factor, but we'll see. It came out. So that's what I mean. If you use the inside English on that, he could have cut down the angle that it came off of that bottom rail, and would have avoided hitting the 5 and potentially, based on the speed, have left himself a shot for the 5. But it's again, it all comes into a player's choice of what they think they can do with in controlling the cue ball.
Very bankable shot here if he wants to take the risk. See, nope. I don't think he played the bank. Be surprised if he did.
Yeah.
He ended up giving up ball in hand here. So here's another opportunity for Bobby to cut this within one game, and I expect him to do it here. I think everything's pretty much wide open.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. He doesn't have to do much with the cue ball to.
No, I'm just hoping he doesn't get careless.
That was close. He's
I know,
got
he
the
was
shot, but
close to it. And
boy, it was close.
That's what I'm seeing with him right now is he's playing well, but he plays a little bit careless with the rock, and it's.
And now he's got to throw the rock around some more. I think if you play that nice.
Yeah. See, that's what happens when you get a little bit out of position. You end up having to force it.
Or if you rush your shot,
Mm-hmm. It's his style of play too. He's done that for a long period of time.
You set that shot up for Bobby, and he'll, 100 times it'll make it 100 times. But
and Jim looks like he's going to make him pay here. He's got a little bit of a tester here on this ball, but I expect him to make this ball.
I expect him to try and make it in the side pocket. Because even if he misses, the cue ball will be down on the bottom rail. So if he just uses his speed to control the cue ball.
He did miss. So
like I said, if he hit that a lot softer.
He gave it to Bobby. So we're back into a really tight match here, guys. 26 people here. Guys, share the stream. Gets this viewers up a little bit. You got the owner of Yale Billiards going on. You got sponsors here. I don't know if you can play commercials at all, but you got
We can.
Nick
Absolutely.
Marino going on, and
Well, he's racking. We got APA, J. Fishbein Insurance, Masters Billiards, Mark Anthony Home Improvement, the New England 9-Ball Series with Mike Dion, Dave Sears Enthusiast Shine, Mike's Deli, Man Cave Memories, K. Morgan.
good to see all these local businesses doing it, and M Billiards, and you got
And the most important one,
Mark
Indigo.
Manillo on there.
Sigma Wear. Sure.
A lot of good
Remember
support
those-
these businesses, guys.
Yes,
Pool table,
absolutely.
great to see the other, Pool Table Magic and Mark Dion supporting this stream. Guys that see me around, I'm definitely supporting the New England 9-Ball Series, Ship the Cash, and
Oh,
Yale
yeah.
Billiards. They're all doing great things for pool, and support them back. everybody being successful is good for the game.
Yep. You know, we like it when you donate to the Shark Stream, but if you're playing in another area and your pool hall has a stream of their own, donate to it. You know, help them improve their stream to attract more players and get more people out playing this game.
Yeah, I'm in this booth for the first time. Everybody, it's definitely well done. There's some expensive equipment in here. You know, this wasn't done for free, so you know that's where your donations go. I know I'm close with Mike DeMarco, and you know he just improves his equipment all the time with the donations. It really goes right back into making it better for you guys, a better experience for you.
I've donated it to Mike's stream, and you know, because I enjoy it so much. They've got some great players over there in.
I go up to Rhode Island, and you know they're coming down here to Connecticut, supporting us down here. We got a reputation up there. I'm telling you, I hear those Connecticut players all the time. You know, some good stuff about us, some bad stuff about us, but it's we're definitely on the scene, and they're trying their best up there to keep the game going. And that's a little tough right there. Just hit that 5-ball a little bit solid, and what happened on that draw shot, he's expecting to come off of rails, but instead he just hit it so solid it came straight back on him. Almost hit it too good.
So Jim's got an excellent opportunity here to take back his 2-game lead.
Yep, which he took right away. Starting a match up 2 racks, and the other players really got to fight back and really outplay you. For 3 or 4 racks in order to make that back up. So he's definitely doing his part here. See how he finishes these 4 balls off. Should be pretty routine. Got options because the 8 ball's off the table, but it's definitely, you got to think about it. Like if you put a little bit of center ball on it with maybe a touch of right, it'll come down table. You can play the 8 in the side, or you can hit it hard and come back up the table and play it in the corner. It just depends on how you want to play the shot. And you're going to get an unfortunate bump there. It's not going to help him a whole lot. Now you got a tester on this shot.
Makeable shot, but the tester, and he's still got to think about getting on the 9 ball.
Yep, which again, you're looking at the side pocket as a possible scratch. So it's really where your tip location is on the cue ball here. To me, it looks like it's like a little bit below center with a touch of right, and you'll get on the 9 ball, but you can't go too low because otherwise, Or you can just hit it with draw and then play for the 9 in the corner.
Unless you play the 8 ball down here, come off the opposite way.
Yeah, which he did. He played it to go back and forth.
Oh, look at that shot. That was a good shot.
So that's the terrible part about the game, right? That's that luck that's happened, I think, a couple of times now.
Yep.
But this is no gimme shot here, so
no,
it may have been luck on that one shot. He could rattle this and leave it in the pocket, and then Bobby's going to get given a rack and be a tie score. So we'll see what happens here.
Yep. As far as Jim goes, this is a must make shot here to maintain his lead. And
I'd hate to say that I didn't call that, but that's kind of the.
That's what happens with this table.
Yeah.
Any other table, just about that ball would have gone. He hit it almost perfect. The thing is, he had to hit it perfect.
And the luck part of the game that happens sometimes on those shots, you end up the 9 ball gets on the bottom rail and makes it really hard to make that shot. So, you just never know. Sometimes it stays in the draws like that, and other times, you end up with a safety almost on the 9 ball. And when I play, it's always a safe. I never get it left in the pocket. I don't count on luck.
Bobby makes a ball on a break. And you can see the 1 ball. Not the best shot in the world. It's kind of a difficult shot.
No, but
So I don't know if he's going to try and do a safety play by bringing the 9 ball back over here, or the 8 ball.
he just fired a shot.
Yeah, he just fired it.
And that's the thing. I think again, it's style of play, but I think you're right on your first instinct. Where thinking about it, maybe playing a safety on that or trying to find the safety. You end up the same thing here. You still left a combo on the 6. It's nothing,
And it's
nothing
a long
easy.
one.
Exactly.
Nothing
You don't
easy.
know what's going to happen with the 1 ball from this distance. You know,
Unless he hits the 6 perfect, the 6 is going to box right in the pocket there. He hit that very well.
that's a
very
good
well.
option to go off the rail there. He has a cut on this ball, and I think the 4 balls up on the other side of the
3
table.
balls down on the bottom.
3 balls down on the bottom, so you can get good position on that. You just got to get through the traffic
Yeah.
and not scratch. If you put inside English on this, you have the possibility of scratch in the corner or side pocket.
So it's heading toward the corner pocket, which is what Jim was, or what, excuse me, what we were just talking about. What's he doing
He
here?
missed the ball, though. He missed the
Oh,
one
he
ball.
missed the one.
Oh, boy,
what
that
a
was a
shot.
great kick. So if you guys wanted me to get excited, good job, Bobby. That was a hell of a
That was
shot.
beautiful
Good job,
shot.
Bobby.
He left himself a problem with the 3, but so we're going to see another safety. And it's a matter of choice whether he tries to bring the cue ball, to hide the cue ball, or to hide the 3.
Good
And
save
he hit
right
the
there.
3 right there. That's beautiful.
Well, as promised, we got a battle here. It's 5-5. Bobby Hilton and Jim Gravel. Expect a kick shot here, but this is definitely a key moment in the match. Can Bobby go up 1 rack, or does Jim maintain a lead going into the later stages of the set?
And it gives him a safety right back.
Yeah, but it looks like he may have left him that ball. I think it's very close. Maybe a little swerve on it. No, he didn't leave it to
didn't
him.
leave
Bobby had to play it safe. And no
Looks
bueno.
like Jim is being rewarded on this one,
Yeah,
but he's going to have a problem getting on the 4.
very difficult. You can probably
a lot
try
of
to.
high right.
Yeah, high right English. That's probably the.
Bring it down table and
You
up
might
this
be able
way.
to get away with just straight follow on that. Possible, but I agree with you.
Again,
A
he's
little bit of
gotta-
inside English to.
Yeah. We'll see what he does. It looks like he's putting a high right.
He got a little kiss off the 7 ball.
Yeah, that's
And-
what changed the direction of the cue ball.
And he just got unlucky on the speed because he's still got a very hard shot here. I like to try to run this ball up the table, but he's going to have a hard time getting on the 5 ball. And if he's going to try to run it up the table, then he's going to put inside English to get position on the 5.
I like
So
playing a safety here, bringing the ball down here.
definitely the better shot.
And then 4 ball down around this area. A lot of separation between the balls. Yeah, he went for the shot. He made it. Could be in trouble here.
So you got penalized for it though.
Whoa,
because
almost.
yeah,
He almost scratched. On
yeah,
that.
no English on it. It's a sellout. Yeah, I agree, Nick. That's definitely a sellout shot. That's the problem. When you become a better shot maker, is you lose the other side of the game of the safety play a lot of times. And the difference between an A player and a B player is they have both sides of the game.
That was a great shot.
Yep, good couple rail shot, good position. Should be academic from here.
Now it's a matter of where he wants to put the cue ball in order to play the 8 and get position on the 9. not just thinking about making the 7 ball, he's thinking about making the 7 and the 8 and the 9. So you got that, that's the almost ideal thing, is to think 3 balls ahead.
I would play a stop shot here because I think the angle is just a little funny to follow it down for a shot in the
Unless
corner.
he hits it with some speed and comes off that side rail and back out.
Yeah, he was able to follow
Yeah,
it down
he just
easier.
followed it, yeah.
Hard to see the angles from
Good
here,
choice.
but he had a much better angle than I thought he
Bobby
did.
gave him that one. So go ahead, kid, you made it. There's our sponsors again.
Yeah, I agree with you, Nick. Jim's a good shot maker. You know, that's what's making this a tight match. There's definitely some good play on both sides here. So 6-5, tell me in the chat, who do you guys think is going to finish this out? It's been a battle the whole time. Bobby's coming up to tie it. It's getting late, though. Running out of time. Who you got winning this match?
I think we're going to go with a hill. I think we're going hill on this match. And then it's anybody's. The advantage going to whoever's breaking. But these guys are really playing close pool.
They are playing close pool. I think Jim's got the slight skill advantage today. I think he's playing just a little bit better than Bobby is today, but I think it's close enough where it could be a hill match. It's just a matter of a roll one way or another.
Bobby hasn't been playing much pool lately. You know, even though he's on a Masters team, he didn't play last night. You know, that can make a difference. He may even still be coming back, trying to come back from that, from the COVID that he had.
CTQ man says Bobby Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Hill thicker from Nick Basquette. I think he's talking about Bobby because he's a little thicker than Jim. So, you know, I won't talk about that. I'm not the lightest person on the planet, so.
Okay. Well, the only problem here is going to be that 6-8 cluster.
Yeah, and the 6 goes in both corners, so it's a matter of where you leave yourself. You don't want to leave it for a side pocket here, but it's got a couple corners to go to.
He's got to do something with that 5 ball. And now is when he's.
I don't think he
kicked
called
the 9
that, though.
in. No, he didn't call it. But he still continues to shoot.
Yep, he made a ball anyway, and you know,
Yeah.
just so you guys know, if he happened to make that anyway, it would have gotten spotted. He would have continued to shoot. So.
Yeah.
I've seen people make that mistake in tournaments and give up their shot to the other player.
Yeah.
So
Seen
it's
that
something, you know, pay attention, you know, when you know the rules. You slop the 9 in, you still continue to shoot, even though you didn't call it there.
Yeah, it counts as a ball made. That's as long as it's not call pocket. You know, that's what happens. You make a ball.
That's a
whether
good
it
safe
is or
right
not.
there. That could be a big change here in this set. That could make it hill again. Even if he gets a hit here, it's very
If
difficult
he
to
tries
pocket.
to make it in the side pocket with a 1 rail kick, that's fine, except he won't have a shot on the 5. All right, or a very difficult shot on the 5. This way he's going to try and kick into another safety, which was, I think, was the smarter move. Unfortunately,
Oh,
got
he's
a
going to
bad
get
kick.
very penal. Oh, wow.
Oh, he almost-
Barely stayed up.
He's lucky. Well, that could have been the end of the rack.
No gimmies here at all. So, here's really a tester for Bobby. Does he try to play safe here, or does he go to try to get a really hard position? Yeah, I know myself
So
in this
if
situation.
he's
but
thinking 3 balls ahead, he's probably going to play safety.
I might think about pocketing this ball and playing the safety on the 5, but
Look at that.
wow, he's even going to come up. He's going to come up with a
He's
rail kick
got a
on the
rail
5.
kick on the 5 to make it,
Yeah.
and that'll make the cue ball come up table by the side pocket, a little below the side pocket. He'll have a shot for.
It's a natural two-way. You can almost get a safety out of it if you hit this bad. It's a good bad hit, or make your shot.
Okay, well.
No, he left him in this
He
window.
left him
so-
a real easy shot, but the problem still remains with the 6-8 cluster. He's got to set himself up with position for either one of the 2 corner pockets that are available here.
Yep, and I'm playing to the top pocket on this one, leaving the cue
Yeah,
ball down
I think
low.
it's
I think that's
easier
the
to do
easier position play.
Yeah,
Trying to get to the other side of the table, I think, is just too much.
yeah.
Now, if you end up in the middle of the
coming-
table here, you might have a billiard shot.
It's coming out this way.
Yep, or even going to the bottom rail and coming up,
Or coming
there,
around.
yep, coming up that way. That'd be the way I would play it.
Yeah. Let's see which way he takes it. Yeah, that's what he did. All right. He got a little kick on the 7, but he left himself a shot for the 6.
Yep, he's in good
Which
shape.
was his object. Now the 8 ball is gonna be kind of a stopper.
It's a stopper. It's almost a billiard, and then what's after this again is a billiard on the 9 ball here,
Right.
and because he's not going to get good position on this 7 ball, I don't think.
Unless he draws back.
Right, but it's touchy.
And
So
that's risky, yeah. Because once the cue ball makes contact with the 8, it's gonna draw back, if he's drawing, it'll draw back a little bit, but it'll lose some of its momentum too. Oh, he tried to
wow,
make
I
it
didn't. I don't even
side.
think it was possible on the
I
side.
didn't think that was available. Wow.
So here, Bobby doesn't have to worry about a billiard or anything like that. Here, just play
No,
the.
you play for the run on this
Yeah,
shot.
you play the 6 ball in the side pocket where he was just standing.
Yeah.
Then you got the 7 down the corner, draw back for the 8, and then play the 9. It's a
Yeah,
pretty simple out from here.
For me, you don't try for the 9 on the next shot. You absolutely go for the run out.
Yep. So here, a little bit of draw. Play the 8 in the side.
Even if he bumps the 9, he's still going to have a shot on the 8.
Yep. You just don't want to draw back too much. You don't want to get silly with it.
He's good.
And here, myself, I'm a little bit disappointed. I feel I drew back an extra 12, 13 inches.
Yeah.
But it's still very doable. Yeah, and that's the concern
Always on
when
the
you,
50-yard line.
yeah,
here.
once you get out of position. Now, this shot here, I would play it in a side pocket, and I know Bobby likes to cut, so that's going to be
Yeah.
where I'm going to say he's going to put draw on this and go to the bottom rail to
Yeah,
cue.
it's the reason you play it on the side is that you leave the cue ball farther away from the 9 ball if you happen to miss it.
Right. And he
But
made
Bobby
it, good
made
shot.
it. So he's we're tied up again.
So Bobby's made up the difference now. For a couple racks here, he tied it at 5. He's tied it at 6. Now it's the key.
Now he's got to try and go ahead.
He's got to get ahead at some point here, and because you can't keep trading racks because you're running out of time. So I'd like to see him get the first lead in the match, and then I would say really the seesaw
One
is
of these
tipped a little.
players has to take the lead here and keep it for the rest of the match. This is kind of a critical rack.
As far as skill during the match goes, I think if Bobby takes the lead here, then the seesaw is tipped a little bit, and he's actually outplaying Jim a little. So early in the match, Jim had the little bit of advantage on the skill of play, and as we're getting deeper into this set, and Bobby has a chance, it looks like it's really right about even at this point, as far as the level of play and the decisions they're making. So.
So we'll see. And this likes either a push out or a safety, because I think he can get a piece of the 1.
Push outs are always tricky. What you want to do on a push out is push to a bank. You know, you don't want to
Yeah.
push. You don't want to push a guy to where he has an open shot on the ball. Sometimes, if you really want to trick somebody, you can push into a position where you can like play a safe. You know, so you can trick somebody sometimes on
Yeah.
that stuff. But you know, this here, it's.
And people who make jump shots will push to a jump shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, going from the 1 to the 2 is going to be a little difficult here. If he makes this, so he elected to play a safe. And it's probably going to be a good choice.
That's a very good save too. It ends up he gets behind that 2 ball. That's.
Yeah,
I don't think he can
don't
see
think he
enough
can
of
see
that
the
one to cut it. He might see a piece of it. Definitely can swerve around there to do that. You know, I'm known to masse quite often.
So you're looking for a one rail kick maybe by the side pocket.
If you're trying to
Or
masse
masse.
if you're trying to masse the shot, your aiming point really is almost a 6 ball. You're aiming towards the 6. It's in the middle of the 2 balls, and you'll miss the 6 with enough English on it, and probably get a hit. If you over masse, you're going to hit the rail and hit the 1. So just want to make sure you hit it hard enough to get it to the rail. Definitely a makeable masse shot
Yeah,
here.
that's what he's doing. He's jacked up here for a masse.
Really want to aim right for the 6, and that's what he
And
did.
He got a piece of it.
And he got a piece of it. So he ends up
and he
good.
lucked out. Bobby can see the whole ball, but no real pocket unless he banks it. I think you're going to see another safety.
And this is that rail safe behind the 9 ball that I like. That comes up so often. Like I said,
Right.
it's there again. He played it again. It's a shot that everybody should have that one in their repertoire. Play to that rail and play behind a ball that's sitting down there like that. It's there all the time.
Yeah, you gotta, your opponent unless you lock him up, the opponent is going to have just a one rail kick, unless he can see a piece of it. And I think he can see a piece of this.
Which is fine. He played the right shot. Just got maybe wanted to go
Right.
another 2 inches and he would have been in better shape. But it's a good learning thing for these lower level players that may be watching us on the stream today.
And
This
there
is a
he,
great kick.
He came out of that real well.
Kick safe here. That's really good. The options I see here, I like kicking 2 rails.
I like kicking 2 rails
Yep.
on this shot
Yep.
too.
It
and
gives you
was-
a bigger missing area here. If
Yeah.
you just hit that second diamond, no, see,
Oh,
it was
you
way.
missed it.
He hit the 3rd diamond, so you wanted to hit the 2nd diamond there, actually below the 2nd diamond. Probably if you hit 1.5 diamonds up from the corner, you probably hit that ball 1 3/4.
This is still difficult because he's got to get on a 2. And that's tough, unless he's going for the.
This is a good rack to go for 3 fouls.
3 fouls.
This is
Absolutely.
a
I was
very
just
good
gonna
rack
say
for
that.
it. He looked like he might be going for the 9 ball here.
Well, I don't think he can make the 9, so he may be using the 9 as a stopper. He's going to bring the cue ball right into the 7 ball. So if he can,
The way he's setting up here, I don't think he's going for the safe. I mean, because I would play maybe behind the 3 ball on the safe, down on the bottom rail.
yeah, because he's got to hit it. He's got to make sure he hits a rail. So holding it to.
He went
he
for the
made
9.
it.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
just it. He could
I
see the
didn't
9.
think
He
he
went
could
for
see
it.
that. That was a great shot.
Very good shot. That could be a difference maker here. So annoying, but it's a good play on Jim's part, and he's kept control of this set. Here's where you're running out of time. It's a 2-3 race. It's one of those short races. A lot of those kind of races going on in Rhode Island right now. Winner side race to 4, loser side race to 3. I mean, it's just really, you got to get to the table, and you have to be on your game right away. And
Right from the start.
right from the start.
Yep.
And really, that's where he's at right now. There's no room for error. 2-3 race, and it's anybody's game. Anybody that's played me a lot, I'm usually a slow starter. I like to battle in my matches. I usually go down 2 or 3 racks, and then next thing you know, I'm right there even with you somewhere at the end of the match.
Yep.
You know, and I've never been really a fast starter, so some of those tournaments up in Rhode Island have helped that part of my game a lot, just forcing me to focus early in a match.
Well, another dry break.
Dry break, and yeah, there's some stuff going on here.
I think he's going to. We're going to see a safety here.
He's calling the 9-ball, and I think he's going to play a billiard off of it.
Yeah. Oh, almost made it.
Almost made it.
And
It's
he
really
rushed it.
not bad.
He left the safety anyway. So, well, I think he could see this, but it was a good choice. I think.
I think a little hard. I think you want to hit that one a little softer.
Yeah.
But the speed changes the angle of deflection off that other ball too.
Yeah.
And you know, here you go again. You got another billiard off of it,
Possible billiard there, yeah.
or play the safety. And this is where I was talking earlier, where you can almost play to a combo on the 9 instead of trying to take the shot.
Yeah, and that's what he tried for.
Left him a tough cut here on this one ball. I think you can
well,
see
he
enough
he
of
can
it.
spin it in. You just got to be careful.
Here, a little bit of low left English, and you should be safe on anything that's going on there.
Got to watch the speed. If you,
Looks like you can hit
to
rail
keep that,
first.
Yeah, to keep that a shot on the 2 ball, which is down in the corner pocket there. Comes, yeah, he did it. He made it.
Yep, it looks like he's in good shape. Might have to swerve this just a little bit, which could really change things. He might be slightly hooked there.
Possibly.
Yeah, he's putting inside English on it. So yeah, he had to swerve that just a touch. That changes this a lot. So instead of going with outside English and going 2 rails, getting better position, now he's long on the 3. It's still very makeable though. But you've got to come up table. I like 1 rail, maybe a touch of inside English on this to come up for the 4 ball.
Yeah.
This is another stroke shot. You want to really let your stroke out on this shot. He chose the other route of a draw.
He managed to get through the traffic.
Yeah, that's why I like to try to avoid the traffic, but
Yeah.
you know, but it's a good shot, you know, and give him
And
the
now
credit
all he
for
has
it.
to do is make the 4, because the 5 goes anywhere on the table, but he's still got to get position on the 6, and so and give himself an angle to get on the 7. Once he gets on the 7, then the 8-9 are you know, almost a given. So the 6 to the 7 is going to be the key here.
That's a great shot right there. You know, that's one I always struggle on a lot. You know, he fired that ball in the hole and came 2 rails to get good position on that 5. A lot of times I just put that ball in the corner and then struggle on getting position on the 5.
Yeah.
So that was a
The thing
good
here is
shot.
it looks like he's a little straight on the 5.
Yeah, you know,
Which may give him
but he
some-
only has to draw back maybe 12 inches, tops
Yeah.
12 to 13 inches.
Or if he's got the angle, he can go down to the bottom, to the rail and back up again. It's hard for us to tell what options he has here. If he's dead straight in, then you know, there's the draw option, or the stop shot. Play the 6 in the side and come around.
It looks
3
like you can do
rails.
follow in inside English, but let's see.
Yeah, okay. He, had a
He
little more.
drew it and
He did
came
all right.
around. That's
he did
fine.
okay. So now you just go down to the rail and back up for the
This is another one where he's hitting the
7.
ball hard again, though. So you never know what's going to happen because you got to get it all the way back. So
he doesn't want to be straight in on the 7.
no, it looks like he's in
not,
good
so
good
he's
shape.
in good shape there.
That's
yeah.
really good. He's got
Well,
enough
he-
angle here. He should end up around the second diamond. He may come up to the third diamond. We'll see how hard he hits it. But
Depends on how he wants to play the 8 and then play the 9.
I'd say anywhere from the second diamond to the side pocket, he's in good shape here. So
Okay, so he likes to take this straight in shot.
and he got all the way to that side pocket. He used
yeah.
every bit of it.
Now he's got the option of following forward to shoot the 9 on the side, or to.
I like a little bit of draw.
I
on
like
this.
a little bit of draw on this too. Just bring it back to right here, and play the 9 ball right in the top left-hand corner.
So for any players, controlling your draw is a good thing to practice when you're on a table. Just start with center ball and stopping it, and then just different lengths of draw, and it's really speed of your stroke and how low you're hitting on the
Where
cue
you're
ball.
hitting the cue ball. Yep.
So put a dollar bill
It's
a foot
worth
behind
practicing.
it and try to hit that dollar bill. And
Okay, so he took the easy way, the natural way.
yep.
Flowed forward with the cue ball, and now he's got a shot for the 9. And this is going to put him on the hill. So there's going to be some pressure on Bobby here. Let's see if he makes it first. I don't want to give him the commentator's curse. There it is.
Yep, and you really don't want to be in this position 8-6 because you got to win 3 in a row. Bobby's gotten 2 in a row a couple times here and evened it up, but it's really hard against this caliber of play to win 3 racks in a row. So
Unless you break and run 3
unless
in a
you
row.
break and run or you're really putting pressure on the other player. This match has been pretty even where the racks aren't really 1 shot per rack. You're seeing 2-3 shots a rack. So
Now, Jim's got the advantage here, of course, because he's breaking. And if he makes the ball on the break, then he will have the option of shooting the 1 if he's got the low ball if he's got a shot available, or playing a safety or a push out. So there's a lot of advantages to breaking and making a ball on the break.
So there's another good match coming up after this. Do you know who it is, Andy? I wasn't sure.
I can't remember. It was Bobby had mentioned it on his stream. Was it Dave Gavrish?
I thought I saw Dave Gavrish's name. So
And Ryan Cullen.
really, okay,
Yeah.
that's a good match.
Yeah, Ryan Cullen
that's a
and
very
Dave
good match.
Gavrish. That is going to be a very good match. Those are 2 great players.
2 great ambassadors of the game coming up next. So
Yeah.
definitely watch that match. And both guys are top-notch people. They'll help you in your game anytime.
Oh yeah, you can ask them a question, and they're gonna take the time to explain to you and show you what they did. Okay, so he made a ball on a break. You can see the 1 ball, but he doesn't have a pocket for it. So he's most likely going to play a safe here, and I think what I would try to do is clip this 1 ball so it pretty much stays where it is, and the cue ball goes down, and try to hide it behind the 2.
Yep.
Or he could send the 1 ball down in that same. That's what he tried to do, but he didn't safe him. He didn't leave him a good shot. I don't think the 1 passes a 2.
But you can run the cue ball right up against the 2 here, and
Exactly.
that's a very, very good safe, and that's exactly what Bob's going to do. And,
Yep.
So on that shot, you want to get a little bit better. You really want to freeze it up against that 2 to take
You
out
wanna
the angles.
Take the options away.
But because that looks like the 4 ball down on the other side of the table, that does take the 1 rail kick, I think, out of play. So yeah, he's got to go this way at it. And this is just really just to get a hit on the ball. Lucky he didn't scratch there.
Yeah.
That was the other. I was going to say that as a
Just
possible
say that
scratch.
too, yeah. And now you can do the same thing with trying to lock him up on the 5 ball and sending the cue ball down table.
Yeah, I like the way he
Okay.
played this one a lot better. He's got a lot more greenery there, and he's
Yep.
got traffic, so good shot. Bobby needs to battle now. He has no room for error now. He can't give up control at all. Good kick. Just reverses the situation.
Yep.
But you know, you can
Bobby
see the ball clear.
Whole ball, but not much option here except a billiard on the 2-ball.
Yeah, and this
the
is where
4-ball,
typically
rather.
where I get myself in trouble. I like to play here to play behind
Play it
5-6.
safe.
You know,
Yep.
there you
what I
go.
would've done
He's
too.
fine.
I think he can see it. He's got a shot.
So here's where you move around the table enough, and you keep hitting this 1 ball. You might end up with a billiard on the 9 ball at some point because this 1 ball is going up and down the table, and then eventually it ends up right on top of the 9 for a
Yeah.
billiard. So. Wow,
Nice
he
shot.
could see
Nice
that. I was
shot.
surprised.
Well, I'm not going to get him rewarded though.
Nope, no reward
No
on that.
reward. Every good shot.
So I can't tell which
It's-
one of those is the 2. It looks like the one down.
This right
That's the
up
2.
there,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah,
He's going to kick that one around a while too.
this is a possible scratch. No, I'm not. He
Oh, that was
played it
very
well.
nicely done. Came back up behind drew it back up behind the 9.
So here I'm pulling out my jump cue every time here. It's got good distance between the 2 balls.
Yeah. But
Possible
they're
making
not
it.
jumpers.
Yeah, they don't like to jump, and
And
you know,
now here's
now there's the problem. So
here's Jim's opportunity. All the balls are wide open.
you know, if I jump in that situation and get the hit, at least I'm not giving it ball in hand. Right now he's got ball in hand. He's got complete control
Yep.
at this point.
Here he's got to be looking forward to not only making the 2 and 3, but the 4 and the 5, and leaving himself in a position to play the 6 to the 8, and then he's out. So you're almost planning the whole run out right from here.
He's gonna put a little bit of draw on this shot and get a little bit better on that 4 ball. He doesn't really need to do much. Really just needs to come out like 2 inches.
Doesn't have to do much. And you make the 4 in the top corner, come off the rail and up, play the 5 in the other corner.
It's really what you want to bear down. Just make sure you execute. If he executes here, this match is over.
Yeah.
You know, so just bear down. He's got a nice angle here on the 4. Just has to come up table again a little bit farther than where he is now, and
Yep.
he's got easy position on the 5-6.
Yep. Exactly.
And perfect.
If you're thinking ahead, that's the whole key to this game is.
So he
thinking
feels like
ahead.
he's a little straight here. So there's a little trick you can do here. If you put a little inside English on this shot, it'll come out the direction that he wants.
Yeah.
So you'll see
Or
what
he
he
could, or
does.
he could play for the 6 in the corner instead of the side.
That's what he's doing. He's
Yeah.
playing for the corner. So
Yeah.
that's fine. But this scares me a little bit. He's now off angle for the 8. He's gonna
He's
go
gotta
the wrong
kinda
direction.
Do a stun draw on this, where he just hits the 6 ball and comes out just a little bit. Or it might come off.
Yeah, that shot's
more
not in
this
my
way.
repertoire. I would have to go the other rail and come back to the 8 if I'm going to do that.
And see that's hit it a little harder than I.
Yeah, that's why it's not in my
Did all
repertoire.
right.
I wouldn't be able to hold it there. So
It's
I'd rather just
it's a
drill
tricky
it.
shot, but if you've got that shot in your quiver, it can come in real handy.
So here, you know, again, if he makes this ball, he's going to probably have position on the 9. So he's just got to
it's-
bear
it's
down and
almost
make the
natural.
ball.
Just think about making the 8.
There you go.
Okay,
Oh
well,
boy.
he's on the 50-yard line again.
But you know, Bobby had this shot earlier, put it in the side pocket pretty easily. You know,
Yep.
this is where these guys, they're not going to fall under the pressure of the shark stream. You know, they've been around long enough where that's not the factor here. If he
Right.
misses this ball, it's because he missed.
And it's
It's
a
not
two-way
a
shot.
nerve thing. Yep.
Two-way shot. He'll bring the cue ball will end up on the bottom rail, or on the
Playing smart, took time to chalk.
coming around like this, and end up, in this area. If he misses, the 9 ball is either going to come out, like here or here. So a lot of distance, but he makes it.
Good job, Jim.
Very
Good
good
job.
job.
You're playing to get on the list next time. Good job, Jim.
Excellent. Congratulations to Jim Gravel for taking over the number 11 spot. Bobby Hilton, unfortunately, will drop down to the number 12 spot, but he will be back, folks.
Okay, guys, I'm out. I think
Okay,
Bobby's going to
well,
come back
thank-
in.
Thank you for sitting in here.
Thank everybody on the stream for tolerating me for an hour or
Well,
so.
well,
And
your input was valuable. You know, everybody's got different perspectives on how to play the game, how to make a shot, how to get position, and varying opinions only add to the
Yep, well,
player's knowledge.
good commentating with you.
It was fun,
Do
sir.
it again sometime.
Yeah.
You guys have a good night and then enjoy the next match between Ryan and Dave Gavrish.
Yes, that'll be a great match. All right, so we'll be back soon. I gotta go fill up my water glass here. We'll let you watch the players practice if that's what they're gonna do. We'll keep the stream live here.
All right, Bobby here. We're going to be cutting out for a few minutes. We'll be joining you back in about 5-10 minutes with Ryan Cullen and Dave Gavish.